Hello and welcome back to a new series I'm calling the Parkrun Showdown. This is where I run different park runs and score them on certain criteria. Today I am at Uckfield Parkrun. The run starts on the outskirts of Uckfield in East Sussex at the Uckfield Rugby Club, as you can see there on the map. The parkrun scratch score for this course is 6.2, so I'm expecting it to be a fairly difficult course today. The scratch score I got was from the Power of 10 website. This lists all parkruns in the UK and states their difficulty. So, without much further ado, I think it's time to crack on with the first run of the series. Stay tuned to the end to find out how I score it and where it ranks. Even though, being the first one of the series, I bet you might know where it will rank. And they're off! Oh, trees already. Oh, really hitting an obstruction within 10 metres of starting the race. The weather conditions are good for today and it's been dry all week, so the ground is nice and firm. We were given a warning that the ground may be a bit uneven as rugby is played on the field which we are initially lapping around, and then the fields we run around later have cows, which we will see later. I do have some stats to appear on screen in a moment, I promise. I just had a little issue with the data linking up with the timings on my phone, so yeah, bear with us a moment. There we go, there's all the data we want to see. Now, this video was actually meant to be recorded a week prior to this, to mark my first ever parkrun, but unfortunately I had a recording malfunction where I pressed record, didn't hear it start, so I pressed it again in a panic and turned it off. Amateur hour. So this is actually my second attempt at this course. Uckfield is my local course, so I thought I would start this ranking series here. Parking up was fairly easy. You can park up in the field. I don't know if this applies in the depths of winter, but if not, you can park on the street just round the corner.
Thank you. Oops, sorry. Got attacked by a flag.
I didn't realise when I rounded that corner that the flags were actually weighted and padded, so when it hit me I went out wide and nearly collided with another runner. Luckily they were really nice about it though. We're now leaving the rugby pitch and heading off down to the ponds. The ground was a bit softer here, as we will see. Up and over the bridge we go. There were a few of these en route, which were okay to start with, but jumping up and down really burnt the legs on the way back. Just coming up to the 1 kilometre mark now. Pace is looking good. Heart rate a little high though. My usual 5 kilometre pace is around 25 minutes, so this is looking really good so far. It is early days though. We've still got 4 kilometres yet, so let's not get ahead of the game.
Thank you.
Now I love this. On the left is actually a natural spring and it's been decorated with rubber ducks. An excellent touch. Also a couple of jumps here over the little streams on the track. On a couple of parts of the course it got a little confusing. Here's one. I've obviously got multiple choices of which routes to take through the clumps of the bush things, reeds, yeah. I just followed the person in front and hope they picked the easier route. On the left are a couple of ponds, which last week, the week I forgot to record, there were quite a few geese with their goslings, quite angry and hissing at people as they ran past. Bit of a motivation to run quicker, really. Oh, and there is some on the left now. Not as angry this time, a bit more docile, probably still waking up. God, just look at the ground! Oh, I needed to be really careful here, as it was very, very uneven. There's also a couple of roots sticking out. God forbid what this is like in the middle of winter, because it looked very stodgy. Weaving in and out of a couple of puddles, we now come to the start of a slight climb. The terrain underfoot is very undulating. It's a bit like running up and down like solid waves, like from the sea. This does make the legs burn a little bit though. The pace is looking okay, slowing down ever so slightly from that initial start, but hopefully we will pick that up again, coming back down the hill. Taking a second there just to enjoy the scenery. It really was quite a scenic route with all the hills and the ponds around, and it was also nowhere near traffic, so quite a peaceful run too, if you mind my heavy breathing.
Thank you.
Up on the right there ahead is apparently an old pillbox from World War II. It's quite cool. I have also just realised these stats are slightly out of time. My bad luck with recording continues. Yeah. This part is actually more of a 2% slope, which does increase up to 8%. It's just slightly out, so whatever you saw about 30 seconds ago is actually happening now. Hopefully in a minute I'll be able to get it resynced.
Thank you.
We've made it up the initial part of the hill now and are treated to a nice little flat section, maybe even some downhill. I need to use this to recover my breath and increase my pace again, because that pace has creeped up whilst going up that uphill section. But yes, ahead is the steepest part of the race, which I'm really looking forward to. Not! And the stats are back again. I think they're also in sync as well, so fingers crossed for the rest of the video. Up ahead are also some cows watching to offer the support to the runners. As long as they stay back there and off the route, we're all good. And as I said before, we're now onto the steepest part, rounding that corner. A nice little leg burner just before heading all the way back downhill. You can see I'm really struggling here. Look at that pace, it's plummeted, and the heart rate is also creeping up as well. An 11% slope. Yeah, I've done this run a couple of times now since recording, and every time it's killed me. There we are. We've made it to the top. Now we just have a nice cruise downhill to try and regain my breath. Hopefully we'll see that heart rate drop ever so slightly and that pace increase again. Good lad! This is now the part of the race where we start getting people coming the other way. Hopefully everyone keeps to the left, especially on the narrow parts further down. We should also be seeing my fiancé coming the other way in a bit too. Shout out to her, she's doing her first ever park run on this run, so absolutely massively proud of her. Coming back down round past the pillbox again, my heart rate's come down nicely, which is good, and the pace has picked up just as planned. And there she is, my fiancée coming the other way. Go on, girl, keep going.
Go, Jordan. Oh.
It's almost as if I jinxed it. At that exact moment, a load of cows ran out in front of her. They obviously wanted to be part of the action today. Coming back down that nice slope now with the sort of the wavy, undulating ground. It was really weird running downhill because it always felt like your back was compressing and stretching out as you were running along. Yeah, a bit weird. And now we've got weave in and out of a couple of puddles. That pace is looking really good. The heart rate is down as well, so there's plenty enough juice left in me yet. We are on target for getting a PB as well today. Oh no, that's the gentleman on the right there that I collided with at the beginning of the race when I got brutally attacked by a flag. Hopefully I didn't cause that pullover from hitting him earlier. Running round past the ponds now, and it looks like the geese have gone that were there from earlier and also very aggressive from the week before. We are coming up to the last kilometre as well now, so hopefully we should see a big push. Remember, I will be ranking this run later in the video, so hang around for that. Coming up to that natural spring again. See if we can get a better look at those ducks. I love that. That is so good. It's little things like that that make parkrun so good. And the finish line is up ahead, and as usual I'm being overtaken on the lead up. Why does this always keep happening? The last few races, if you've watched my previous videos, you can see I get overtaken near the end. Oh, and by the way, also feel free to check those videos out, and also leave a like and subscribe if you're enjoying what you've seen today. There's plenty more coming. There we go, final push, look at that, sub 4. Oh, another one speedy boy passed. Ah, got to fight for those at the end. And there we go, getting my position tag. So, that was Uckfield Parkrun. There is the Strava map and the time. The official parkrun time that I got was 24 minutes and 14 seconds, which is a PB for me, so I'm really happy with that. It's now the moment we've all been waiting for, the ranking from that run. I've decided to break it down into 5 different sections. You've got scenery, difficulty or ability to get a personal best, the route layout, facilities, and an X Factor bonus for anything that I deem would be worthy of some points. All of these criteria are rated out of 10. So to start, scenery, I gave it an 8. There were lakes, it was nice foresty hills all around, there were cows, there were no roads or traffic visible, and it was a completely off-road route, which sort of added to that. PB ability, I gave it a 5, just because there was that massive hill that you go up and down halfway, and the ground was quite undulating as well, and it was quite uneven underfoot, like from the rugby pitch and the cows. The cows also being a negative on this run as well as having some positive points. Route layout, I gave it a 7. Only part of it was really repeated on the way back to the finish. There wasn't real loops of the same area again and again, so that's a good score. Facilities, I gave it a 5. There's parking on the field, which, I mean, could be bad when it's wet, otherwise there's some street parking. You do have access to the clubhouse for toilets, and there is a little coffee hut afterwards, but it's mainly coffee, sort of machine coffee and snacks. And the X Factor, I gave a point for the ducks. I love those rubber ducks, that was a great touch. All that totals up to an overall score of 26 out of 40, or a 65% score. Not a bad start to the series, nice and in the middle, and as you can imagine, goes straight into first place on the rankings, being the only video. So yeah, there we go, I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like and subscribe if you did, and yeah, there'll be plenty more coming your way, and catch you in the next video. Cheers, bye!